After graduating, the girl couldn't find a job, so she resorted to selling stir-fried rice noodles just to get by. Her noodles were so delicious that they attracted crowds of customers every day. One day, a man came alone and ordered a plate. He only took one bite, and his eyes lit up with joy. He quickly stood up, paid the bill, and handed her a business card. That night, while cleaning up, she remembered the card. She looked it up online and was stunned. It belonged to Thailand's top gourmet team, a name so prestigious that even the most powerful took pride in tasting their food. Reservations were booked 2 years out. The next day, she went back to her usual routine, but to her surprise, the man from yesterday was waiting for her in a luxury car. Lena had long grown tired of her repetitive life, so when this rare opportunity presented itself, she decided to give it a try. She was brought to a massive kitchen, gas stoves that ignited instantly, neatly arranged knives. The whole atmosphere left her entranced. Soon, the head chef and his team arrived. They were all men, but Lena didn't feel intimidated. This could be the place where she finally made her mark. That day, the chef was interviewing 2 candidates. The challenge? Fried rice. Both of them immediately got to work prepping ingredients. Lena's opponent was full of confidence. He came from a top culinary school and felt more than prepared. He tossed together shrimp, peas, carrots, a colorful, appetizing dish. Meanwhile, Lena reached for leftover rice and eggs from the day before. That was all she needed. Her opponent stir-fried with elegance over low heat, while Lena let her wok roar with flames. In no time, both dishes were ready. The head chef picked up his spoon, glanced at the seafood fried rice, then turned to Lena's simple egg fried rice. He gave it a sniff and immediately told the other guy to leave. He then walked over to Lena. Smelling the strong stir-fried noodle scent on her, he wrinkled his nose and told her to wash up. Lena followed the order carefully, scrubbing herself clean. When she changed into her uniform and saw her reflection, she couldn't hide her excitement. Her first task, perfectly cook a top-grade Wagyu beef dish so tender it melts in your mouth. The meat couldn't be too thick or too thin. 0.5 centimeters was the golden standard. Just as she began slicing, Paul, one of the chefs, told her it was too thick. Nervously, Lena tried again, but Paul tossed her slice straight into the trash. Lena, usually confident in her cooking, tried over and over, cutting a dozen pieces, none good enough for his standards. When she finally passed, it was time for her specialty, stir-fried meat. But after only a few stirs, Paul snatched the wok from her and dumped it out. Every attempt was met with rejection. Criticism after criticism began to shake Lena's belief in her own skills. Brought to tears by Paul's harsh remarks, she was ready to quit. But then, her unwillingness to fail surged back. She didn't want to live an average life. She wanted to succeed, to change her fate. Without hesitation, she returned to the kitchen. Through trial after trial, she finally filled a wok with perfectly cooked meat. Even though her hands were burned, she didn't stop. Long after everyone else had gone home, she stayed behind, stir-frying over and over without complaint. The next morning, her coworkers arrived and were shocked. Lena had practiced all night. She looked at Paul with a cold, steady gaze. She lit the burner, heated the pan, added oil, then tossed the beef into the flames. Her movements were swift and seamless, a graceful dance of precision. Paul picked up a slice, thin as paper, and was amazed. One bite, and the flavor exploded perfectly, leaving a rich aftertaste that lingered. He didn't say a word, but the silence spoke volumes. She had done it. Looking down at her burned arms, Lena felt no pain,